put in place? You mentioned earlier that you felt the Mazzoni Center won't go back to the turmoil it's had in the past. What makes you so confident in that?
Sure. So there are a number of things, and we're working to get them fully documented. So there'll be a much more comprehensive report coming out from the organization about what has happened over the past few years to ensure it won't happen again. But to talk a little bit about some of the things, one, internally, there are structures that are now in place that weren't in place before, where if any person on staff has a complaint about sexual harassment, sexual misconduct, sexual violence, there is a clear structure in place for that complaint to be reported up through leadership all the way up to me. If the complaint is about me, it then goes to the board. And so there are definitely structures that the organization has put in place to help ensure that cases can be reported in a way that has them handled appropriately. Because I think when looking back at what happened in years past, that was really the big failure. Something was reported. There wasn't a lot of confidence in the individuals who reported that the organization was going to do anything about it, which decreases the number of other people who want to report. And so things didn't really happen that should have happened to make people who were victimized or survivors of the incidents feel safe and supported in a way that really allowed the issue to be resolved. And again, that was because I don't think there was faith that the organization was going to take the appropriate action. And so those policies for staff to report, other mechanisms for community members who are clients or even not clients to report incidents that are happening to get all the way up to me or even to the board are now in place. And then also just a president that's, from what I'm being told, far more accessible. Like I will freely give out my email address, my phone number. If you call the number or text the number, it goes straight to me. It doesn't get screened through somebody else. My work in this role is largely to be as accessible to community as community is interested in or sees a need in terms of engaging with the president of Missouri.